What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Scary Snow Lightning Craft. That's right. Only here in the Hermitcraft server. That's right, Hermitcraft Amplified Vanilla. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. And it is kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever been in a snowstorm before that lightninged. Have you guys? You ever had thunder and lightning in a snowstorm? I think that's pretty neat. That's why I didn't sleep right before the episode. But yes, I'm doing good. I'm pretty super excited today because I just got some really good news. Some like really super amazing good news. What is that news, you may ask? I'll tell you what that news is. It is that Mr. Slipgator has just allowed me to work on the spawner that he found, the skeleton spawner. Yeah, that's right. I had said last episode that we were going to work on another way of getting XP, because as you can see, I have no XP right now. I have no XP. It's because we got killed so many times in the last episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought it was silly and fun. But yes, I was talking about, there's a skeleton spawner that's actually, there's two of them. There's two of them that are real close to our area over here, and I said I was going to work on them, so I wanted to make a new XP farm that wouldn't require going to the nether, just because it breaks down quite often and eventually won't be there. There's a skeleton spawner that if you go down, there's a hole somewhere right around there. It's like way down, probably at like level 20 or something. But then there's another one that's right over here, that's probably right at the level we're standing at. In fact, let's take a look. Right now we are at 118. For the Y is the up-down coordinate. So if we're at 118, it's probably a little bit below 118. But let's see, just right here on his base. What level is it going to be? Oh my goodness, it's like 118. Craziness, and it's super convenient to get to. And Slip found it pretty early on, and it's it makes sense to be part of his base. And he said he was going to work on it, but he just, I thought I'd take a wild shot and say, hey, Slip, you mind if I work on it? And he said yes, and that is amazing news. I'm super excited about this. I've been wanting the spawner to be made into an XP farm ever since the beginning of the Hermitcraft, like the map. It was one of the first things I went looking for was spawners, and I just couldn't find any in a good location. But this one is super sweet. So, guys, I want you to all run over to Slipgator's newest Hermitcraft video and tell him thank you. Thank you dearly for letting DMAC work on your skeleton spawner. You are such a nice and wonderful guy. Oh, that Slipgator. We're going to have to do something special for him. But, yeah, make sure to go over and say thank you. So, anyway, we're going to get working on this today. We're going to clear out the room. And I want to try and line it up so that we have a nice path from our base as well to get over to this guy. But this is like one of the coolest spawners I have ever seen in my life. Like, look at this. We could potentially have like a window viewing out to the spawner from like way high up. It's crazy. Amplified just has the coolest like stuff. So anyway, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this room, and we're getting pretty low on speedy. We only have about 102 hits left. We do have unbreaking, so it's going to be more than that, but we're not going to be able to do this whole project. So let me clear out as much as I can, and then we'll get a little bit of XP. We'll repair Speedy, see how much it costs now. I think it was around like 17 or 15 last time. So we'll see what it ends up being. I don't know. But let me clear this out, and we'll be right back. Oh man, so that didn't go quite as far as I thought it would. We only got about 27 hits left, so I could probably bring down the floor. Maybe one more? I don't know. I'm not going to chance it, though. I do not want to lose Speedy. Can't lose Speedy. Speedy's like, I don't know, it's super pick. Our super pick. We've had him since the beginning. So let's go. I think Slip has an anvil right here. Let's see what his repair. Oh, you know what? I'd need diamonds to do that, wouldn't I? And do you have an ender chest, Slip? No ender chest. No. All right, we'll run down. Oh, and there's presents. Mumbo left everybody presents. That's cool. I wonder if there's actually something inside of it, or if it's just the wrapping. Just the box. Let's go check it out. Yep. There's ours right there. That's so cool. That is so cool. I've been spending most of today in creative mode messing around with this whole area and figuring out what I want to do. There's a couple of different various ideas. And man, they are all mega builds and they take so long. So I'm going to be slowly working on it, but I'm trying to figure it out in creative first, because the last thing we want to do is make a big, just messy mess right here in Hermittown. We got to be a little careful. Happy birthday to me. That's right, Mumbo. It was his, I think, 19th birthday. Oh, man. What a nice guy. And he left us a diamond. He's such a nice guy. I love it. I love it. So generous. How's our cactus farm doing? We haven't checked this in a couple episodes. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. So look at this. Just this tiny little farm producing so much cactus. It's cool. Hopefully the other hermits are taking advantage of all the cacti that we're leaving them. So that's cool. Anyway, I think I'm going to take a quick trip to the Nether. And then, I don't know. I'm guessing, it's definitely under 30 levels. Definitely under 30. If it doubles cost. If it doubles cost, I think the highest we could be is 30. Based on the 15 from last time. If that's what last time was. So we'll find out. Let's see how the slime farm's doing. Might as well take a quick gander. Oh man, in this rain, it just rains. Every like 5 minutes the rain starts back up. And I think it has to do with that whole sleep thing. Oh, this is pretty nice. I know I wasn't going to clip back in here, but apparently Exumavoid redid the whole Nether portal, which is pretty cool. I'm liking how this, or the Nether portal, the Nether hub. So I guess the point of this is that the portals now link up based on height as well. They didn't used to do that for matching up portals. So having the portals, I guess, at like 62, that's a more kind of in the middle level. So it's better for portal matchup. It would probably make for a better like Nether hub. I'm assuming this is what goes to the Pigman farm. But yeah, it would probably make for a much better Nether hub anyway, because we'll have plenty of room to both build up and down, which is something you can't always do when you're working up at the top. I always thought that was kind of ugly doing it up at the top. But in any case, this is back to, yes, the same old one. So we should have most of the faraway portals, I think, still in place. Anyway, let's see what's going on in this Pigman farm. I saw False come up here, so she might be going to that as well. I don't know, but we'll see if it's working today. Oh man, this is so dangerous right here, what I'm doing. The Pigman farm does work. It's just, as you can see, is that middle piston, the same thing that keeps going wrong. But we can see the amount of, see here on the top left-hand corner where it says E? That's the number of entities in the screen. So XP orbs, mob drops, different stuff. But if that gets too high, it ends up lagging me out. You can see the frame rate dropping. When there was nothing down there, it was at like over 100. So it's getting pretty high up there. Once it gets to about 350, I think is the safe time to head over. Okay, good. And somebody has some blocks here, but I don't know if those are half slabs. It's kind of worrisome. This is the kind of the midway point. Let's see, right here we should be. Are we able to collect them? That's crazy. Get so many levels. Even this XP farm working like this is still such a time saver. Such a time saver. You just can't AFK for hundreds of levels now like you used to until that piston's fixed. You should actually learn how to do the redstone and stuff to fix it. In any case, I think we are on our way. We should get 30 levels here. I'll meet you back at the base. Here. Alright, and let's go run over to the anvil and see what Speedy's going to cost us today. Alright. Get out of town. Really? Look how many levels we have. You jerk. And that way is too expensive. Oh my god. I can't believe that's happening to me right now. That sucks. That sucks. Man. Alright, back to getting some XP. Maybe we could break down some ores. Alright, thank God. I don't even know why I clipped out there, but thank God the lapis gives you so many points. I'm going to actually mine the rest of that after we do Speedy, just so that we can get more levels from it. Alright, here we go, Speedy. You're starting to be a pain in the butt. This might be the last time that we can repair them. So let's make it worthwhile. Let's go ahead. I'm going to fortune up the rest of these, get a few more levels, and let's continue on with the skeleton farm. All right, guys, I dug out all the area necessary for the spawner to work. I want to go over the spawning mechanics just a little bit, because since the last time we built a mob spawner, and look at, there's a skeleton, or I mean a spider with enchantments on it. Since the last time we built one, things have changed a little bit, and I wanted to kind of go over it with you guys. Get out of here, you annoying. So anyway, I'm going off of information now that's all what I usually refer to as the Minecraft wiki, but is minecraft.gamepedia.com, and then it's /mob_spawner. Apparently also they changed the name. They're no longer called monster spawners. They're called, or mob spawners. They're called monster spawners. I don't know if that's important. Anyway, here's the things you need to know. The biggest change that's happened, if we're going off, if you already know stuff about spawners, which I assume most of you do, and if you don't, hopefully you learned something. But the biggest change I saw was that mob spawning, basically it was 4 blocks in every direction. It used to be that one of the corners, the corner that was facing negative directions, if you look up here, when both of the directions go to negative for the X and the Z, that was the corner that was the center of spawn. I don't know which corner that was. I didn't even check because it doesn't matter anymore. Because now it's not centered on a corner. It's centered in the center of the actual spawner. So kind of interesting. I don't know if that's really going to make too much of a difference for rates or anything. But what is cool is you are able to have the spawners now in the center of the room instead of being like 3 in one direction and 4 in the other. Because that's how it used to be. It used to be 3 in 2 directions and then 4 in the other 2 directions. But now it's really 3.5 that they can spawn. But because, you know, they're a full block, it's really 4 to get the maximum spawn in every direction. And it depends on the mob. Spiders would be a little bit different. If you had a spider, you'd probably want to make it 1 further in every direction and then have that be the wall. And of course, these spots that are cleared out, that's where going to be where we put in our wall. Now, based on where they can spawn from the spawner, if you have, I only have a 2 thick, see of this dirt, it's only 2 thick, it's obstructing all the places that the skeletons can spawn. So none are able to spawn in regardless of light level because I have stuff obstructed. Now, if I were to knock out any of these blocks, then in that block they would be able to spawn. And it's based on their foot level. So really, mobs, this is a spawnable space right here. But because the skeletons are too tall, if I remove this, the mob's not able to spawn there because his head's not able to spawn in. And vice versa. If I were to have it, what the spawnable spaces were, if this is the spawner here, this spot here, here, and here are all spawnable spaces. And that has to be unobstructed as well. So if that's the spawner, 2 above and 1 below has to be all clear. And then also the level of the spawner. So the highest level that the foot can spawn in is right there. 1 block above. So that space has to be clear as well for their head to be unblocked. The other important factor that you need to know is that 4 mobs are the max that can spawn in at any one individual time when it spawns them in. But beyond that, if there's 6 mobs within the area of the spawner, it will not spawn anymore. So 6 is the maximum within the area. Now, it used to be, I believe, if you dropped them 3 blocks below, anything below that, or I think it used to be, I guess it's 9 in any direction beyond the spawner. If you were to push them out, 9 in any direction on the horizontal axis or 3 below vertically, then that cap would not matter. It could go on forever. Now in the wiki, it says 9 by 9 by 9. So to me, what that means is 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it doesn't make sense to me. To me, 9 by 9 by 9 would be, so it would be an additional block than what I thought away, but then it would mean only to here you'd have to push them away. And I don't think that's true. So I want to test this out. I'm going to do a scenario where we have a mob that's standing right like this, or no, yeah, right like that, and see if it will obstruct the spawning beyond 6. And then I also want to try some mobs in the corner and see if it hurts it as well. So anyway, let me set up those scenarios. Let's see if the wiki's right or wrong, and then we'll get on with the trap. All right, guys. So I think I have everything set up to test one of these wiki's conditions. I know it's kind of silly to even test this out, but I do want to know for myself, and I also think it's kind of funny to try and prove wikis wrong, because, you know, you feel like the information should be, you know, on point and correct. So it's good to test things. Never in life don't test things. Never just assume something's correct. You gotta test it. So anyway, kind of lazy conditions that I have set up here, but it should be enough to at least test out the point of how many mobs are able to spawn in before we get to the mob cap. So this is all cleared out. That should be enough to promote some enough mob spawns anyway. Let's knock these. Go away, stop. All right, and this is going to end up being super derp. But anyway, I'm going to lay in some water source blocks, just enough to be able to push enough skeletons down there to see and find out if it's going to be the cap. All right, guys, so I've got enough cleared out to try and test one of the first conditions of the spawner, as far as in the 9x9 on the horizontal axis. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It says if they're outside of that, there is no cap. It's outside of where it counts the cap. So if we have the spawner located right here, this is giving us 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So 4 plus 4 plus 1, that's 9. So that would be outside of where the spawn cap area is counted. So we should be able to see more than 6 skeletons if they ever don't kill each other. Look at, it seems like they're always getting hostile and killing each other once they get close to 6. It's kind of funny. It might be because they're trying to hit me and then they hit each other. Angry skeletons, bro. Angry skeletons. So anyway, I'm going to chill here for a little bit. I'm going to try and figure out if at any point we're able to get more than 6 skeletons. If you count the bows, it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, look at that. We actually are above the mob cap, so that's interesting. That's interesting. It's still not super fast. I'm wondering if maybe even moving them 1 block further would be better. Well, they said 1, 2, 3. So that's the 4th block. So it's possible that their hands or something push into this and make it so it's not as fast. But that is good to know. That doesn't exceed, or that lets you exceed the mob cap at only 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 5th block away. That's really good news, guys. That is different. All right, guys. So I think we're ready for our next test. Now we're going to do the vertical access. So it claims that a mob has to be in, again, that 9x9 area. So that would be 4 above or 4 below moved away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If they're in this block right here, supposedly it would obstruct mob spawning. So that's the next thing that I want to test. So if we have a floor like this, supposedly mobs should not be able to spawn in or exceed the cap of 6. So that's our next test. So if we knock all, again, that's, yep, I'm in within the 4. So let's knock all this out. Let's knock that out. So mobs still can't spawn in, but as soon as I knock out like this, they should start to be able to spawn in. As you can see, oh man, right there. And we're still going to block the block right above. Oh man, where's our glass? Where's our glass? Not good. All right, you're just going to have to die, buddy. You're not helping out with the task. All right. So now I could probably change the light levels a little bit in here. We don't have to worry about mobs spawning because we are inside of here. Mobs have to be a certain number of blocks away to be able to spawn. So let's knock out all the light. So it should be fairly dark in here now. And we already got 1 in. Pretty cool. 2. So I'm going to chill out here and let's see if we can exceed that mob cap, being only 3 blocks away instead of the 4. All right, guys, it's been about 5 minutes, and I think that we're safe to light it up now, just so we can see better. see what's going on, count the number of skellies. It definitely looks like that we reached the mob cap here. So that is interesting. 2 changes, they're definitely true. I thought for sure both of them were going to be wrong. But wow, a lot's changed. So you can see it's easier to count the bows, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. There's definitely 6 in there. So also we know the mob cap stayed the same, which is also another good thing to know. All right, interesting. So all this stuff being true, if we knock out the floor. All right, now after it's been about a minute. I don't want this to get too out of hand, but yeah, just 1 block further down. So there's 4 blocks in between their head and the spawner. And then there is no mob cap. Then it exceeds it. That is awesome. So that's all really, it may have seemed boring, but that's all very, very important information to be aware of. Because we got to make sure that we're able to move the skeletons out of the mob cap area as quickly as possible so that we can get the max efficiency on our spawner. We want to make sure there's no obstructed space, and we want to make sure that at no point is there too many skeletons within the area of the mob cap. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so anyway, let me fill this back up. Let me get this all back in place quickly, and let's start to set up the actual trap dimensions. All right, guys, so I got a whole bunch of work done. Let's take a look at it. We should be able to wrap up most of this, maybe not all the aesthetics, but most of the build throughout this episode. So I made a little path here. This, of course, has to be done nicer, but I was just trying to match them up. Now, this goes to near the bottom of where the trap is. So eventually, we're probably going to do the kill area or something closer to the top so that we don't have to go downstairs. And I'm going to try and line it up pretty perfect. But anyway, let me walk you through this. What I've got thus far. I've got the water streams all set up. And basically, once we knock all this out, it's going to allow, these are the 4 spots below the spawner. And then I allowed myself, even though the floor could have been right here, even though we could have had it right here, I'm a little nervous with the water streams that it pushes the mobs upwards. You know what? I even bet that the skeletons, since it's the center of the spawner, I bet you it's only 3.5 blocks instead of the 4. I bet it's only 3.5, so like half the block there. But in either case, so we probably would be fine with the water streams anyway. But they do tend to jump sometimes, or things such as that. So this will avoid, you know, just make extra sure that we do not obstruct any of the spawning space. So we're going to knock out the dirt last. Anyway, I have all the water streams in place, and these guys are going to perfectly push off to right here. Or then I have another water stream, which will push down. I have 2 blocks just so that they don't try and jump back up. So 2 blocks going down. We'll have a little bit of a view area. The ladder is just so that we can go up and down. By the way, depth strider working on mob farms. Look at this. I can just run against the water streams. It's ridiculous. I certainly hope mobs can't spawn with that enchantment, because that could be a problem for mob traps. Anyway, so then it goes down. So again, a full water stream going across, drops down again 2 blocks. And at this point right here, this is the furthest that we'd have to take them. Because it basically, as soon as you pass the 4 blocks away, which is right here, we could start to raise them back up. But I decided I'm just going to push them a full water, or just about a full water stream. And here's where the fun part comes in. We may have to test this out a little bit, but anyway, we've got to now do our water streams. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to have another sign go right here. Let me knock that out, and let's just pretty this up now. Just like that. Of course, to me, pretty is It's just stone half slabs. That's good enough. All right, so now we're going to do our water elevator part. And the glass is just so that we can view what's going on, make sure nothing messes up. We are now going to rotate every other block so that we can do the water stream. You could just, as long as you do solid water blocks, that would be good enough and you wouldn't have to do the sign rotation. But this way, just in case anything gets hiccuped, the mobs will be able to get some air. And it's also, I think, easier when you work on the mob trap itself, just to ensure that you put completely full water source blocks. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're like, what is he talking about right now? I'm talking about like the water elevator, so that we can raise the skeletons up to be able to take all their damage, take their fall damage to get them down. And we'll talk a little bit about hearts. I know I'm starting to... We did a lot of talking and testing this episode, so I do apologize about that. But I try to have my episodes whenever we do these, so that if someone's never had an experience with doing a mob trap before, this more or less will teach them the basics and hopefully understand why we're doing certain things that we're doing. In any case, here we're going to have glass from this point on. And I decided, at least for now, I'm just going to do like legit real glass. And that's just because a lot of these stained glasses, they're a little difficult to like see through. Like, see, I have the green here. I'll explain about that why in a moment. But sometimes it's a little difficult to see what's going on. Now, this glass, I don't think it looks as pretty, but you can definitely see through it plenty good. So this is what I was a little nervous that I didn't have enough glass to do this project. But I think we should be good for the most part. So let me do the water streams up to at least there for now. And we're just going to rotate every other one. So anyway, let me put these in. And I think we're going to go up. I think the number is 24 blocks. It's either 23 or 24. Can't remember. We're going to do the test for that in just a second to find out. All right, guys, so I've got all the rotating water and signs in place, and I have it currently at 24 blocks. I'll show you why I know that is the case. I took 24 dirts, and if we just measure going up, it will show us exactly what our drop height is. All right, so I could be wrong. I may have to adjust this by 1, but that's not a big deal. We can check that out. I do this every time, too. I make a trap. So anyway, there's 2 different ways of doing this at this point. I could just take, that's a source block of water there. I can do another source block, have it like this, and have it push. And this would be the most efficient if I'm trying to get just straight deaths. Just, not have any type of XP farm. But we want to try and do an XP farm. So we're going to do it actually one before. This does hurt the efficiency a little bit because there will be a skeleton that just chills up here and possibly despawns. But when the next one comes up, it'll push this guy off to the next block. And that's going to help us to get the one-hit kill that we're looking for. Or, put him to, I think it's to a half a heart. And I have a feeling it's actually probably 20, it's like 23, I think. No, it actually might even be 22 blocks that we want. We'll find out momentarily. We'll find out momentarily what the exact amount is that we want. But in any case, I'm going to put some glass here just so that we can see them fall down. Let's head back up to the top up here. I got to try and get my hunger bar down. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. What are we going to do here? So eventually, I'm probably going to end up having all the mob trap be up here. That's why I have this marked out. But I'm actually going to knock this out right now because we don't need this. And it's kind of obstructing our nice little view. All right, cool. And right around here, this is where I'm going to knock out and put some more glass. Because I want to have a nice viewing area, but we don't want to let the skeletons be able to get out at all. Alright, so let me see if I can get my hunger bar down so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. We'll take a moment. I guess while I'm jumping up and down to try and get my hunger down, the reason that I have it like this is so that no light's not able to pass through because we have the half slabs crossing over. This is, you can see these are on half blocks. They're not on the full blocks. So we're able to visually see through, but the light is not able to pass through. So we want to make sure that it's absolutely zero darkness, no light going into our spawner room. So that's going to be super important. Now then I have the glass, just because the skeletons can still shoot you through those half slabs, as you actually saw in our tests earlier today. So the glass, I probably should have put the glass on the inner part and then the half slabs on the outer part, just because drops can still get caught up in it. So that's not necessarily good. But anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. There shouldn't be any drops getting caught up there. So anyway, I'm putting the glass just so that for now, when our killing area is here, the skeletons aren't going to be sitting there pegging us with with bows and with arrows. So, but once we have the killing area way up top, then it won't matter at all because they won't be able to see us anyway. And I had to worry about the light. Other things I normally do is just half slab all the floor and then just have it completely dark. But that can't be a thing because this mob trap actually enters into the outside world. So that's not good. So we got to make sure that it's completely dark in this room. All right, so we've got our food bar down. So basically how fall damage works, and I want to take off all my armor when testing this. Got to remind me to put it all back on again. So the first 3 blocks that you have, you don't take any fall damage. But beyond that, I believe come the 4th block, you're going to take a half a heart per additional block that goes up. So why don't we test this? So if I walk off here, this is the 4th block, walking off straight, half a heart. Okay. So let's try now. If we're at the 4th block, come the 5th block, this would be a full heart. So then the 6th block, that would be a heart and a half. So that should put us completely 2 hearts down. See? Exactly. And you got to be careful. If you have protection on your armor, it was actually messing me up. If you have protection, that does protect a little bit, I believe, against fall damage. So I was getting inconsistent results. Anyway, skeletons have the same number of hearts as a player. So if we have, how many is it? Is it 20 hearts? No, it's 10 hearts. So if we have 10 hearts, that's 20 drops that has to happen, plus that initial 3. So I believe it would be 23 blocks then to completely kill them. So this may completely kill the skeletons. We'll find out. But we're going to try and get them down. I think it's half a heart that we want to get them down to. So we'll see. This right now, though, is at 23. Let's see if they all die at that, or if some of them are going to live. That's what we want to see. So to get that working, got our armor back on. That was important. The thing I wanted to remember. Hey, mister. You shouldn't be spawning in here. Get out of here. I must not have it lit up proper enough. Let's turn off all the light here. Oh, how do I want to do this? I guess I'll knock all this out. And then we can knock the dirt down from the top. So we're going to let all the skeletons in now. We're basically done with our trap. I guess I could knock this out now. If I knock that guy out, as long as I get to here, we can knock that guy out. And then we can close this stuff off. I might actually keep that in just for now. Let's take this up to safely get up here. Whoa, getting trapped a little bit. Let's start to knock all this dirt out. I need to close that stuff all off really soon. And the reason I use dirt here, yes, it's easy to take apart, but also a shovel's not going to, by mistake, mine a spawner. So you got to be real careful that you don't mine it out by mistake, because there's no getting it back. All right, and I'll just, another important thing that you got to always remember to do is you want to take some glass and put it on the block above the spawner so you don't get any mob spawns right there. Because otherwise there will be a guy that spawns in and just chills up there. Alright, well, we're doing pretty good thus far. And as you can see, it is, even though it looks like you can see through, it's all really dark on the inside. So that's a good sign. That means that all of our light level stuff is working out the way we wanted it to. Alright, let's back off here. Let's hold shift. And, oh, crud nugget. We got to get all of our half slabs in place. So let's set all these bad boys back down, set you down, and we can start to dig this off. And we can start to see the light levels go down even more. All right, doing okay. Boom, boom, and the last ones. All right, so it should be pitch black in there now. Let's just get, do I have my cool looking blocks like that? They're there, and I guess we should cover up just a tad right there. Good, so now none of them are gonna be hitting us. See how hard it is to see through the stained glass though? But anyway, we have our spawner. It's spawning them in, it's going real good. And as you can see, they're all not dying. And they're one-hit kill. Now, of course, the guys with armor, they're going to be more than a one-hit kill. Just because they have armor, there's not much you can do about that. But that's pretty cool. I'm digging it. So then now, we should be able to, if we remove this, we can just put a piston there to pull in and out of block. If we do it like that, then they all die to fall damage. See, isn't that sweet? Super sweet. And look at this. Look at how fast it's going. Look at how many skeletons. This is not bad. This is not bad. Now, he lives because he probably has feather falling boots on. Ooh, his boots are there. Let's see. Nope, protection. I guess protection would, as we showed before, does give a little bit of protection. So good to know. And if we're going to have them all die like this, we should probably have a hopper underneath. So I'm going to have to set that up. I don't even have any pistons or hoppers on me, but I think this is pretty cool. Most importantly, though, we wanted the XP farm. So we can then just sit here and farm all of our guys. Do I have more of those blocks? More of the cool ones? I want the cool ones. Let's make some more chiseled just so that we can have this all match up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. We'll do chiseled going down on the kill side. Ooh, look at that. His arm's sticking out, so it's not letting me set it down. I love this thing. This is super duper cool. Oh, man. We're going to get so much XP. In fact, maybe I should knock that off so we can get a little closer. Can you hit me when I'm standing here? Doesn't look like he wants to hit me. That's good. I wouldn't want to hit me either. All right, guys. Well, I am super happy with this. I'm super happy. This is super cool. We got an XP farm. Yeah, we are set. And this is so close to our new base. And now that I have this built over here, this is really going to motivate me to hang out in this area more and start building up in our new place in Hermit Hills. I'm digging it, guys. I'm digging it. I can't wait. I can't wait. This is so cool. Don't forget to go over and thank Slipgator for letting us use this. Oh, I love it. And I'll spend a bunch of time. We'll probably work on this more come next episode, the aesthetics of it. And we'll probably change where we have the kill area. But for the time being, for today, I am one happy camper. I am one happy camper. Ooh, look at all that stuff. I want that stuff. How are we going to get to that? If we sneak in on the corner like that, we can get it all. Sweet. Oh, I love this so much. This is so cool. It's the best thing ever. I love mob traps. They're just my absolute favorite thing to do in Minecraft. Absolute favorite thing. So these are cool. It's so cool. So happy. Thanks for watching, guys. Yes, I'm rambling now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave a thumbs up because it helps me out oh so much in getting better noticed on Minecraft and also just knowing that you guys are enjoying the videos. Help me out with any comments, tips, or tricks about this trap or about anything that we did this episode. Because, you know, I may have done something wrong. It helps correct me, and it also helps me learn stuff. I love to learn in this game. It's so much fun. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can be first to watch the episodes. And, yes, as always, thanks for watching. I say that so much. Thanks for watching, and peace out.